There's a lot of things in your van that are a DIY type of install or something you're gonna make yourself. But there's a few things in these that we need a little help from some companies that make great products. And that is these D-pillars and these blobs up front are these raw, ugly pieces of metal that we need to figure out how to cover or somehow make a lot better looking. And that is where GoCode comes into place with their ABS trim kits. These are plastic trim kits that are meant just to snap into these locations and speed up the process of making your van look very professional when it's all said and done. The GoCode complete kit, which is the blobs, the above the header panel or right above where you're sitting in the front of the van, and the D-pillar, which is the two pillars themselves, and this whole crossover section is available around $1,300 for the raw ABS, $1,600 painted in a SEM paint, or right about $2,030 if you want to have them wrap it in fabric. So any of those choices are great choices. Plastic, raw, obviously if you're gonna wrap it yourself, paint it if you just wanna go with that look, and then if you don't wanna wrap it, pay them to wrap it, and they do a great job. Hey, for example, the blobs in vans can be very difficult to make look nice. People remove them, they try to wrap them, they carve them all out, make something out of wood. But this ABS kit right here that snaps in, it looks very smooth, helps with the transition, cleans up any DIY build very nicely. So not only does the GoCode kit provide a very factory professional finish, it also saves a ton of time. This whole kit could probably be snapped in place in like 30 minutes, which just covering blobs could take you days to do. We know stretching this material is very difficult and they make ease of it. So this might be a little bit of an investment right off the bat, but where time is money, this is gonna save you a ton of that. We got our GoCode trim pieces, all upholstered, they came out awesome. There's a bunch of holes right here that are supposed to be used, and some rib nuts and some bolts, but we're actually just gonna use the factory threaded spot right here that they already drilled for to put one bolt in, and then we're gonna use our surge wall kits just to use pressure to hold everything else in. It's all very tightly fitting, so between our floor, the ceiling, and the walls, this panel is not gonna go anywhere. All right, the GoCode kit is finally installed. It looks great. It really cleaned up this whole junction area between the headliner, our ceiling, the blobs, the dreaded blobs. They look great. We are super stoked with this kit. It is going smoothly. It snapped in pretty easy. Couple screws just to make sure that they were fully attached to the vehicle, and we were done with that in like 30, 45 minutes.